Well, I have to admit that this is a little more overwhelming than I expected. Alan was a great friend. I will get emotional.
Okay.
He was a great friend, and he was an amazingly unique person. You know, he held the vision for the possibility of places like this. This is what he lived for. This is what he wanted to create. And this is just an amazing expression of his legacy. I mean, the movie was something else. But I got to tell you, Trevor, the way you articulate the values of this place is will replicate itself.
Yeah.
And others will see it too, and they'll hear it, and they'll sense it, and they'll feel it, and they'll touch it. And this will be created in many other places. Now, Alan touched other countries. There's something similar to this in Tuscany, and there's another one in Chile. And I can tell you there's one in Mendocino, where I'm from, and there's one in Sonoma County. Alan had a particular vision and a particular passion. He believed that all that, I won't recount all that Trevor told us, but these practices were things that Alan taught us. And he taught us in the context of, he believed that if we could create a healthy place for food to grow, we would be able to provide a new level of nutrition for us to be able to think beyond where we think today in order to be able to take on the challenges that we're experiencing today.
Yeah.
So it all goes back to this place, this soil, the life that's expressed here. He would say that all farming is exploitive in the sense that each time we harvest, we take nutrients and elements away from that place. In conventional farming, we use synthetics to replace. In organic farming, we use natural materials, whether they be compost or grazing and cover crops, all of those beautiful practices. But Alan would say that there's more than those materials that have been removed. He says that there was a life energy that's removed from the property. And the opportunity is to not only replace that life energy, but because of our expanded consciousness, we'll be able to create beyond that. We'll be able to do things that we hadn't considered before by expanding our consciousness.
Yes.
And Alan was so committed to his own expanded consciousness, he was rigorous about it. And I'll just say one more thing. So Alan started a study group many years ago, and I was super honored to be part of it. And there's two little parts to the story. One was when these were dense books, really dense material. And I can remember the first couple times reading my 10 pages, that one chapter, and reading it 4 times and making my notes. And I'd go to the study group, and after about 15 minutes, I'd say to myself, I'm not sure if I read the same book these guys read. And the other thing is, Alan would give us assignments to, somebody would lead the discussion this week, and somebody would lead it next week, and so on and so forth. And I tell you, all of us were in the same boat. We would be able to come up with about enough material for about 15 minutes for a 2-hour discussion, and we would just pray that Alan would jump in and start talking. Because the level of understanding and appreciation, the way he would articulate these insights that Trevor holds, I'm going to say he holds them. And there's not many that hold them, because there weren't many of Alan. He was so unique in this world, this expression, that we have a lot to do to make up for the loss of Alan. So thanks for giving me the opportunity to say this. Now, what I want to say is these are what you call regenerative practices. They were driven, in Alan's case, they were, in Alan's case, they were driven by his passion for biodynamics. And the framework for biodynamic farming opens up these conversations, and it allows for new questions to be explored. And these practices are, I say, are regenerative. They're designed to build the restorative capacity in this place, whether it's beneath the soil or above, in order to build the resilience of this place. And then by building these structures, this place, the way this property lays out, Alan saw things that we don't see. He could see a farm in a particular way. He could see where the energy's moved and where the energy's flowed. Those are the things that we all need to explore, try, experiment with. It's all trial and error. But by being on a property and sensing the property, you have to be patient, you have to listen. He would say that biodynamic farmers have the responsibility to listen for the expression of the property. Listen for the personality that wants to be spoken, that wants to express itself. And this is just a beautiful testament to that. So thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful. So I invite you all to enjoy the beautiful colors and listen and feel and smell as we get ready to walk back down and then get to enjoy some beautiful wine and regenerative food. And I'm just going to pass it over to David for some closing words, and then we're going to head down the hill. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. And thank you, Paul. Thank you, Trevor and Sandra. I was telling Trevor that I've heard this stuff a lot, and I've never heard it better. It's like amazing, and obviously it's a testament to Alan. And it's just an honor to be here and feel it. Yeah, I think regenerative agriculture at its best, like we're seeing here, it's about everyone winning. It's all the grasses and the sheep and the ducks and the chickens and the trees and the people, right? And it's just a virtuous cycle, and this is what we need to see happen in the world at large, rather than seeing a bunch of people losing, communities, rural communities destroyed, ecosystems destroyed. How do we farm in a way that everyone's winning? And I think that's what regenerative organic agriculture is about. Just creating a beautiful, virtuous cycle where we're all winning as we go to market and go about our daily lives. I was reminded about our mint project in India, and I was there during is it Diwali? It's the Hindu festival, and it's they celebrate Ramayana, one of the foundational two. There's Mahabharata and Ramayana, and it was just an incredible experience just being there, and it's just an incredible collection of 1,000 farmers just getting religion about regenerative organic agriculture. Just amazing to see all the different practices and cover cropping and minimal tillage and composting and just the excitement and the beauty and the energy and whenever I hang out with regenerative farmers, just the energy that's coming off them, it's just an amazing energy. And in the Ramayana, the village, there's 8 days of like all night staging of the divine drama, the Ramayana, which I guess Ram's evil brother Ravana steals Sita and takes her to Sri Lanka, and which I was going next. And then Hanuman can fly and figures out where they are. And, but it's this huge battle of good and evil, and it's all about righteousness and leading a pure, good life. And you just realize the oneness of all the religious traditions, and it's all about being pure and good and opening your home to each other. And it's a festival of lights. And just seeing the cultural inflections of Christmas and Hanukkah and our festival of lights and the oneness that permeates everything in all our cultures, and just feeling like this regenerative organic just really reconnecting humanity to the land and to each other. So just really grateful to be here right now and be with all of you and sharing this moment. So thank you very much.
Thank you.